All right, welcome back. Here's the next step in taking care of putting the lawn to sleep, and it's actually hiding behind this bush right here. And I grew up calling this thing a stop and waste. I think most folks call it a backflow preventer. Anyway, you got to take it off. The reason we actually have this thing is because our irrigation, our sprinkling system is not on secondary water. It's on primary water, culinary, potable, whatever you want to call it. So we have to have this so water doesn't go back into the drinking water system. We have to remove this and we have to get the water out of the system. Here's where we're going to end, but we need to start actually inside the house. So we actually get to start here in a closet. It sounds kind of funny, but the builder put everything I need to access behind this panel. I just need a couple of tools. May not even need any for here, but I know I need at least the big screwdriver outside. I'll go ahead and show you what we need to do.
Why is that hose not connected to anything?
I'll show you.
Oh.
First thing is they marked it really good for me. I have the main to the house here, and then I just have one that goes out to the yard here. So what we want to do is we want to turn off the water to the yard. Simple as that. Now I get this hose. Because this is a low spot, I can go ahead and release all of the water that's in the system above us out in the yard, and it will just drain out. And I'll go ahead and I'll let this sit here and drain while we go back out and remove the backflow preventer. Now that we've reduced the pressure, we can go ahead and turn off the valves on either side of the stop and waste. And then at this point, all we need to do is remove these two screws and remove a bracket here and a bracket underneath, and we can lift it right out. Now that we have the whole stop and waste apart, with it getting colder, we had the cold snap. That's probably, you're guessing why we're actually doing this. The reason we do this is because if any water is left inside the stop and waste or the pipes that lead up and down, it can actually freeze, expand, and crack. And these things are actually a few $100, and you don't want to do that again. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and release the pressure from both sides of this. See, that was the pressure from downstairs. And now with that, it should actually release more water downstairs too. And what we want to do is, instead of leaving it wide open, I'm going to go ahead and turn it just a quarter turn on both sides so that the ball joints will stay open and allow a little bit of that water to continue to flow out before it freezes. Right? You can see why it was important to release that pressure up above, because not that much water came out, but now all the water that was in the pipe is now drained down in here, which means we should be able to pull this out, tuck it back down into the wall, and then simply put the panel back on with all the help we can get. Done. And that's it. It's really a pretty simple thing to do. Almost anybody can do it themselves with a bucket, a screwdriver, and a couple other tools. But it is so necessary to do this, because the last thing you want is this thing to break and crack over the winter. If you don't turn off your sprinklers, you risk flooding your basement and your house. So if you haven't done it, you should get it done before it freezes. I know tonight we're supposed to have that hard freeze. Got it just in time. Hey, thanks for watching. See you next time.